Hey, welcome back. It is a terrific Tuesday on Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco. We're coming to you live as we do every day from the Question Tequila Studios. And on Tuesdays lately, I like to get a little techie. I'm getting techie with it. Bring in my good friend Nate Bradley. He's the CEO of Data Donate Technologies. They're a company that aggregates data, puts it all together, and tells you how much your data is worth. If you want to stop getting ripped off by Facebook and Google and all these other places who take your data and sell it, you reach out to Nate, and he can show you how you can monetize that for yourself. So nobody understands, and we've talked on this show a lot about privacy. We've talked about how many companies are pillaging and pirating your phone data for tremendous gains. And I always like to educate my audience, make them a little more aware of what's happening on how Big Brother is watching us constantly. And Nate, new news this week that apparently your phone is not yours, that Facebook can steal, all that good stuff. And now your DNA profile has been ruled by some judge in Florida. Your DNA profile is no longer private for you.
Well, these tools that are available to us, 23andMe, Ancestry.com, a company called GEDmatch, they actually were required to give up DNA information for the first time in a federal decision or a subpoena. And so, you know, when you look at this, it's really a situation where we know we have these tools to get more information from our body. We know that we can essentially count on the fact that these companies, third-party companies that we're providing information to, ultimately are monetizing it. So the key is to get ahead of it as a consumer, as a business. Start to understand that this information is, one, available, and two, make it useful for yourself. Find a way, and really with Data Vault, what we've specialized in is the ability for us to take information and show you a valuation related to this. If you're a company, you can literally aggregate information of those that you come in contact with, your employees, your customers, and start to leverage this on behalf of corporations rather than give it to the large players.
So if I understand correctly what this judge in Florida did, those Ancestry DNA websites, 23andMe and all the rest, Ancestry.com, he said that the police or law enforcement have the right to go in there and take your DNA without your consent.
Yeah, that's precisely what happened. There was information now provided under a subpoena that is the DNA information. This was used in a fairly good cause in terms of finding a particular criminal, you know, that they were searching for. But it
well,
does.
It's all a good cause until we completely tear up the Fourth Amendment, right? But so
that's right.
This is exactly why I've been reluctant to give my DNA to these DNA testing websites, because there's something about giving my DNA to total strangers that makes me scratch my head a little bit.
There's rumors out there that the U.S. government and the pharmaceutical companies are taking this data and profiling us in a big way.
There's all sorts of nefarious conduct you can imagine. Maybe they'll try and tailor drugs to us or ads about drugs based on this specific DNA profile. How exactly would Data Vault put any of those concerns to ease?
Well, what we are at Data Vault is truthful with our users in terms of you know, the trust that was built by Ancestry and 23andMe and these companies that are collecting your data. If it's under the auspices that they would keep it private, they now can't make that claim. And so the absolute paramount choice that we make with respect to our data is, one, to understand it and control it, and then monetize it. Rather than have it monetized on your behalf, monetize it for yourself, and one, get the full advantage of it. So I think when it comes to DNA information, it's about the utility of this information, the fact that it can be now monetized on your behalf.
Wow. Crazy stuff happening with all our data. All the stuff going on in the world is revolving around this crazy thing right here, not the Trump pen, the phone. And now they can actually go into your DNA and steal your data and sell it, and the courts say it's okay. So it's getting scarier by the minute. Nate Bradley, thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you.
Always coming down, giving us the real deal on what's happening in the data world, and we're always mining information for you. We're going to be doing more of that with Maciew Golubiewski, the Consul General of Poland, coming up in the second hour. Take a quick break, back after this.